Good afternoon, everybody. I have the honor of introducing to you Dr. Arvind Gupta, an eminent senior consultant, physician and head, Department of Diabetes, Obesity and Metabolic Disorders from Mahavir Jaipuria Rajasthan Hospital, Jaipur. Dr. Gupta has several fellowships to his credit and is a member of several societies. As you can see, he has won several oration awards and is the current associate editor of the International Journal of Diabetes in Developing Countries. He has presented several papers in various international conferences and has over 105 research papers in national and international peer-reviewed journals. We are honored, sir, to have you here today to present on a topic of several public health implications. Can artificial intelligence or technology be the solution for diabetes management? Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, for the kind introduction, and thank you, chairpersons. At the outset, I thank Dr. Meenawat sir for inviting me to this beautiful city of Jodhpur, which is my alma mater. And it is always a pleasure to speak in front of my gurus and my colleagues and my alma mater in Jodhpur. Now regarding today's topic, I think this is very burning topic and everybody is exciting to hear, and Dr. Meenawat told me that you want to speak only on this artificial intelligence and technology in diabetes management as well as in monitoring. This is very, very important from the point of view because these are my disclosures. This is very important because we have to go to the top of the management of diabetes, and can we think of managing or conquering the diabetes by using the artificial technology or artificial intelligence? So let us discuss some of the aspects. Now we are doing so many conferences, so many awareness is going all over the world. But do you think that the number of diabetes patients are reducing? No. It is an epidemic of diabetes patients all over the world, in spite of the best of the development, best of the technology, best of the molecular understanding of the diabetes. So, despite the best development, we are not able to reduce this thing, and we need something other than or more than something which is already been available to us. If you see, the epidemic is increasing. This is the recent paper published in Lancet. Dr. Sandeep Tak has already mentioned about this paper. I am one of the author for this paper, which is one of the largest study in the world at present and the largest trending paper in the world presented. And what this study, the largest study from India, suggested that around 11.4% prevalence is there, which is now, India is now number 1 in the world, surpassing the China's number as far as the number of diabetes patients are concerned. This is really a concern for not only for us, the government, and all over the world. This is a concern that diabetes patients are increasing. And if you say this, I was the PI for Rajasthan, and Rajasthan is not behind as far as the prevalence of diabetes is concerned. Of course, it is around average 6.8% overall. But if you see the pre-diabetes, which is one of the highest in the Rajasthan, if you see here, around 16 or 17% pre-diabetes is present. So we are actually sitting on the sitting just on a volcano, it may erupt at any point of time. Hypertension, generalized obesity or abdominal obesity, everywhere if you see the Rajasthan, it is always in the red color. So we are already, as a Rajasthan, previously people were thinking about that Rajasthani people are having less diabetes, less obesity, but what we have found, even in rural areas, we found this obesity. So can we do something with this rising prevalence of diabetes? So let us see, we can think of technology used in the diabetes management. Even in 1990, if you see, the TV was hefty. But what we see, very thin TVs are available. And if you see the development of computers, it was very hefty computers earlier in the room size, but gradually microcomputer, the smartphones and the internet availability of internet has increased the reach to even the rural population. So if you see the roadmap, Dr. Mittal has just told us about how the insulin was developed. I think it was the most controversial Nobel Prize and controversial development or invention of the century. It was the insulin discovery. Later on, if you see here, the tests were again, if I don't know, but we have used the big machine of the glucose meters earlier. But nowadays, if you see here, the very nice, within 8-10 seconds or even 15 seconds, you can do the blood sugar estimation. Can you think this art of technology developed today? Earlier the insulin pump was like this. Patient has to carry the insulin pump on their back, and now the insulin pump is available with a very small thing. And I'll show you some of the insulin pump like matchstick. Matchstick insulin pumps are now under trial. So, now this is important thing. Dear friends, you should not have that type of super technophobe. Technology is coming, we have to adapt the technology. We should not be afraid of using the technology. Whenever I am saying the app download kar lo patients ko, kuch patients ko, they say that, even I am talking of IAS patients, the secretaries, they say that Dr. Sahab ye wala kaam chhod do, ye wala app kaam humse nahi hoga. This is the technophobic people are there. We should not be technophobic like this. We should be a technophile. We have to adopt the new technology which is available. So let us see how this technology helps, or artificial intelligence helps in glucose reading or monitoring, decision making and insulin delivery. If you see the glucose sensing, this is very important. If you see here the relationship between the blood sugar estimation by the glucometer and blood sugar estimation by here, this is per day and this is frequency daily, and this is how the mean HbA1c. So monitoring of glucose is very important, and it is erstwhile importance in the patient's day-to-day management. Even for us, if patient gives a good glucose profile, I think so it is helpful for all of us, for if the patient gives this type of glucose profiles. So now the advent of continuous glucose monitoring, and I can bet you, if you use even once, even type 1 or type 2 diabetes patients who are uncontrolled, who have a flexible lifestyle, if you do one CGMS, you can have a better management. You can modify the diet of the patient. Patient can themselves can see that this is their glucose profile 24 hours. So CGMS is now getting more and more very important in the management of diabetes, and it is not a very cumbersome thing. Sensor is there, the transmitter is there, and mobile app is there. Now the professional continuous glucose monitoring things are there. Just a small sensor is there. You can apply on the arm here, or in the you can apply on the abdomen. That's it. That is the only thing you can have, and you can have a 24 hours profile of the patient. You can see their blood glucose at any point of time by their mobile app. This is very important development in the continuous glucose monitoring. I had attended this workshop on Eversense in Oslo, Norway, few years back. And what this Eversense CGM is, it is implanted here in the arm or in the forearm here, and forget about monitoring for next 6 months. This is such an important technology. We have seen, and I have seen how it is easy to apply or implant this sensor on the forearm or the arm of the patient, and 6 months you can monitor your blood sugar profile on a minute-to-minute basis. This is just a simple band-aid where you can find a small chip is there, and that lab patch or just a small chip is there, and just you can apply just like band-aid, and now your monitoring is over. Now you can monitor by this. Still it is going for the patent, and after the patent maybe it will be available for all of us. Fluorescence based sensors. If you see just fluorescence here, and it actually transmits the blood sugar levels to the mobile application. Such an important development of technology is coming. So I think even in the future, non-invasive sort of monitoring will be there. Smart tattoos are there. Just if you see here, these small sort of nano sensors are there. They can be applied anywhere else, in the forearm or somewhere else, and just by having this light, you can have the blood sugars. So how easy it will be in the future. Still we are using the connected blood glucose meter. They are available with the Roche and other companies, the blood glucose which are connected. Even Apple iPhone, it is available, the blood glucose meter. You can attach your glucometers to the Apple iPhone, and now you can have the even memories of those blood sugars which you are doing on a day-to-day basis. Now this is the monitoring. Monitoring will be very simple. At present also these glucometers are very good, but newer technology will be there. Now as far as insulin delivery goes, the moment you ask the patient to take the insulin, the people are just having tears that ye to zindagi bhar lena padega, this is a painful, everything is now on the onus of the practitioner, that how to prescribe the insulin. Patient needs insulin badly, but it is really very difficult to motivate the patients and their attendants to take the insulin. So insulin delivery nowadays, dear friends, I am using the 780G Medtronic's insulin pumps, and I am telling you, the patients who have already 780G, they are very happy. Their quality of life has changed like anything. These insulin pumps are available, and the delivery is so simple. Now you can monitor your blood sugars, and the insulin delivery can be corroborated along with this thing. This is one of the very important thing. It's just a small patch is available, sort of in the name of PAC. It is a 3-day insulin delivery. So 3 days insulin delivery is already there. Just by clicks, 3 clicks or 4 clicks, you can give the basal insulins to the patients. This is again a very important study which was done with the V-Go, which says that the patient with suboptimally controlled diabetes, this is a retrospective analysis, again by 3 clicks or 4 clicks, giving the basal insulin and other insulin very simply by just having a click of the things. This is one of the study which actually says that the patients who are taking multiple dose of insulin and on the pump treatment, just on the right, the red one, this is the insulin pump. You can imagine and you can think of how better the HbA1c control is with the pump. Patient is not now fearing of hyperglycemia and hypoglycemia anymore with the wearing of this thing. I was mentioning about this thing, the matchstick sort of thing. This will be a mini insulin pump will be in the future. Not it is an insulin, at present it is done with the exenatide, where very slow exenatide is available, and with the nano exenatides are releasing in the body for next 24 hours or so, and this mini pump is very important as far as the drug delivery is concerned. At present it is not available with the trial with the exenatide. This is intraperitoneal sort of insulin delivery which is there, the pump is available, transmitter is there, and it is connected with the intraperitoneal. Now the connected pens are available. If you are not having that much of technology, the connected pens are there. They have the memory of the insulin doses which you have given in the past, so that even if you forget how much dose you have taken earlier or even now, they have the memory sort of pens available. Now the things have changed. This man has changed the iPhone and Apple technology. This has changed. It is known as mobile health. And now, dear friends, the decision making can be there with the artificial intelligence and with the mobile technology. Now, it is very difficult how the young patients, the type 1 children, even type 2 diabetes patients have how to adjust the insulin doses. And if you see here, the patient has taken food. If they want to take some other extra food also, some cakes, pastry or something like this, he does not understand how to adjust the doses of insulin. So how to correct the doses of insulin, and that how the correction will be there. Now, if you see, if you know the mobile technology knows that how much carb you have taken. Now the blood glucose, target glucose is there, and it is insulin sensitivity factor. It is all done by your mobile and insulin on board. Just a simple thing. Just the mobile app does everything for you. You just don't have to do anything as far as dose correction or dose calculation is concerned. So if you like this, the titration algorithms are there in the type 2 diabetes. It is with the D-glutic and D-glargine both. So now the correction of the things is done by the mobile technology. There are several apps are still available for the data collection and dose device, and if you have the blood sugars are there, you can have the AccuCheck Connect here. This is My Sugar. Both are available. You can download My Sugar applications and as well as the AccuCheck Connect, and this will give you the whole of your day-to-day life of the diabetes patient. What dose, what drugs, what food, everything data is available, and they guide you on a day-to-day basis. These are also already available. So there are several apps available which helps you to calculate or adjust your doses of insulin. Now the closed loop. This is something very important thing. Now the closed loop system is already on the way. Probably in the next future we'll be having absolute closed loop therapy, and I told you just now the 780G is available, where even half an hour before the hypoglycemia, it actually suspends your insulin delivery, and it gives a beep sound half an hour before development of hypoglycemia. Similarly, if you have said the hyperglycemia cutoff, it actually gives half an hour before the beep sound. So, I mean, the patient will not be having the hypoglycemia and hyperglycemia. Within range, the patient will be there. The insulin is automatically suspended when the hypoglycemia ensues. This is how the closed loop therapies. Nowadays, hybrid insulin pumps will be on the trial, where insulin and glucagon both will be there. So hybrid insulin pumps are there, and the trials have shown absolutely flat CGMS curves or CGMS graphs. This is patient-driven healthcare. Again, the Night Scout and all these things are there. It will be available. I mean, it is on the trials at present, but all the things are available. The continuous glucose monitoring system, your USB is there, your insulin pump is there. All are connected with the Dana technology, and this technology will actually help you to take the insulin on their own without thinking or without having any adjustment on your own. So there is an improvement in the time in range. Dr. Mattil and Dr. Sandeep Tak and everybody alluded to that time in range is much better if you use these technologies and the pumps. Dear friends, mobile health for diabetes, this is something very, very important, will be coming very soon. So there are several on-demand expert supports will be there, and probably will be using in future all these mobile health. Now, if you see here the future, this is a Medtronic's pivotal trial of its hybrid closed loop system, and trials are already there and probably will be having these type of now apps using artificial intelligence. At present, madam, I think you are also using, Dr. Om Lakhani from Ahmedabad has devised a software. I am mentoring him. This is a 1-year project, and what he has done, just enter your few things, your patient's data into that app, and that will guide you which medications will help, which insulin will help your patient. The 6 categories, you know, there are 6 categories of type 2 diabetes patients. The patients who have absolute insulin resistance, the patients who have absolute insulin deficiency, and in between there are 6 categories. So that app will give you, this is in the absolute deficiency category or this is in the insulin resistant category. So whether you want to use metformin, pioglitazone or other insulin sensitizer more, or the sulfonylureas or meglinides or the insulin into those patients. So it will be there, and I think I'll involve you, some of the people, if you are interested into that new software, and will be actually doing this clinical. We are already doing the clinical trial on this from the Ahmedabad based. So dear friends, current treatment of diabetes management is now, we know that it is with the technology. It will be with technology. You have to use the technology. In the future, AI is already there. I think judicious use of artificial intelligence. Here I want you, judicious use means you have to have your own, I think the sense. You have to use your own sense while managing these diabetes patients. So AI technologies are already there, the AI methodology is there, where you can explore and discovering the information, learning to use information, and then extract, concluding from that information. It will be available, then you have to use judiciously all these things. The predictive analytics are already there now. You can have different data in your society or in your patients, and then they will give some predictions that what sort of increasing in your society or in your country will be there. So maybe it will be a lifestyle guidance for your diabetes patient. It is there that you can have the food consumption, and you can have the total calories, not on the total calories, the proteins, carbohydrates, fats, the minerals, what you are taking on a day-to-day basis. So these software will help you. The injection insulin techniques will be there with these type of newer smartphones. The blood sugar monitoring I have already told you, but you can have the less complications if you are using this technology. Whether you are using continuous glucose monitoring system, whether you are using the artificial intelligence, you can reduce the complications arising out of the diabetes. And this is very, very important. This is again a very new one known as Google Smart Lens. And what this Google Smart Lens is there, just like a contact lens, you can wear this Google Lens and just tear fluid that actually goes inside this lens, and this gives you the blood sugar estimation. So on your mobile you can have the blood sugar at any point of time, just wear this Google Lens. This will be again in a trial, so it will be in the future, it will be available. Smart insulin pens are already available. Artificial pancreas are on the way of development. Dear friends, probably will be using these technology combination of continuous glucose monitoring system, injection pens and everything. Automatic closed loop systems are on the way of development, and dear friends, future scope is definitely there, and I now reiterate that please use judiciously the artificial intelligence, these smart pens, these smartphones, these smart monitoring, these smart insulin pumps in the future. So to conclude my talk here, the diabetes education and management is still the means of improving your quality of disease management. Nothing will take away from the diabetes education, motivation from your patients. The integration of education and management approaches will be much better if you are using the mobile technology and the artificial intelligence which is available at present. Maybe the further efforts will be needed to promote the rapid and effective application of AI in the future. Let us hope much better technology is available for us for managing, for monitoring your diabetes patients. So, continuously update your knowledge, your technology, in-depth crossover is there. I have never used, during our residency, no computers were available, no sonography, no CT scan, no MRIs are available. I am using my electronic software for last 40 years. I have got one of the best database. I have presented in IDF Vancouver, my database presentation for last 40 years. At that time the computers were just coming. So you have to have the crossover, gather the large amounts of patient data which establishes individual and the precision medicine. Precision medicine will be coming very soon where you will come to know that which patient will be benefited by which drug. This will be available. The individualized medicine. You have to perform the standardized or randomized control studies and involve both clinician and patients. Because patient empowerment, if you give the best empowerment patients, especially in the diabetes management, this will improve not only his HbA1c, not only reducing the complication, but improves his quality of life. Thank you very much.